And welcome to Obedient Family TV. The program na Hope Alive. Yes, hope day and na plenty hope day for Nigerians, especially now wey be say the strike don commence, abi na protest don commence nationwide. This is the time to take back our country. If we so desired, this is the right time. Opportunity presents itself in different forms. That one na the thing wey be say we dey carry come this time around, and then we dey carry other things wey be say e dey happen to Nigerians as Nigerians don dey stranded for Saudi Arabia. Dem don begin dey deport 200 and something Nigerians for sake of say the person wey be say e dey for the throne, person wey dey also rock, still dey for Saudi. What a slap in the face. 264 Nigerians on arrival, they want to turn them back. That one they come, then we get the shenanigans from INEC and APC as they don't turn IRF portal to become playground. They just they play for that very place. Anyway, they tell us say na Miro be make we stay there they look. But the things wey be say they come up for IRF go really shock you. Wetin happened for 25th of February, no be the repeat. Now, the one wey dem dey do now, the one wey be say dey very obvious. But the lesson wey dem think say dem wan teach Peter Obi don show dem resilience as Dino Melaye on his own don talk say he never see this kind of rigging for his entire life. He don't see many rigging. Those things they come for this hour. So obedience worldwide, wherever on a day, on a good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending on a time zone. The hour where we dey now Hope Alive hour. And person will be saying they join me to do this show. Now Esther there with me for studio, and we get our own UC Maxwell for Zoom. We'll be saying they join us to analyze all of this.
Yes, so good day, fellow obedient and well-meaning Nigerians. My people, now Hope Alive o'clock be this. Well-meaning Nigerians and my fellow obedients now don't see as INEC under Yakubu Mahmoud don't legalize INEC as a criminal organization. An electoral umpire that's supposed to protect, that's supposed to keep good record of electoral result, don't turn. In fact, they don't modify and alter the whole electoral record because of some political party and some candidates. Anyways, if Nigeria did not rise up and speak against this corrupt system, then our judicial, our democracy will be dead and forgotten. We have lots of more to discuss. Join us on this conversation.
Yes, so as you are joining us on the conversation, I beg, make your like, give thumbs up, make other obedience worldwide, and all well-meaning Nigerians to know, say, hope day, and that the program is now on. So make we start with wetin dey go on across the country. We know say NLC and TUC dem don embark on their strike, but our own UC Maxwell talk say na protest is supposed be because of the court issues wey dem get, and im get other informations wey be say e dey follow this NLC nationwide strike, as in dey talk say the issue of disobeying court order does not even arise as in take put am. But make we hear from Maxwell as in take analyze wetin dey go on, because even himself the thing affect am, as in talk say the strike no gree am enter office today. Let's hear from Maxwell on Zoom.
Mr. Kanu, good afternoon to you. It's a pleasure to be here once again. Good afternoon to you Nigerians, well-meaning Nigerians, wherever you may be listening to me from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere where you dey. It sweets me say we don't come back to Hope Alive to come talk these issues again. We concern, Nigeria. As for the strike issue, Mr. Kanu, say I don't talk many times. Say as it be like this stage where we don't do for our democracy. Not be even issue of strike. We supposed to dey talk. What we supposed to dey talk now how to shut down everywhere for this country, because we've subjected ourselves to being ruled by people who are criminals, being led by people who are not fit to be presidents, governors, or even senators or House of Reps member. You see, for the issue we concern Joe Ajaero of the NLC, who is the chairman of the NLC, and the TUC leadership, you know, say I've been talk for the last program, say, yes, say courts get the right under section 7 of the National Industrial Court Establishment Act, say they get the right to suspend strike where the people don't say they won't go. If TUC, if any trade union don't say they won't go on strike, say courts get right to suspend that strike according to the provisions of the law. But I still tell you, say that one for say if the strike action they don't give dates, then the court go say okay, make una suspend. So wetin NLC can't do, they see wetin they happen, they can't announce the strike early in the morning. So they announce the strike early in the morning before people wake up from sleep. It can't be say NLC don't go on strike. So it affects me, of course, because my office dey for government building, and anything we don't make them shut down the government building because of strike, then my office will be shut down. So I've not had access to my office since morning until about 4 o'clock, will be the time where government office they close. Now when they give me access to my office. So these are the situation. But you see, NLC at this stage, I get problem with people where they actually call NLC too many names. They say NLC na bad people, this one, that one. What thing we need now for Nigeria is say anybody where they speak against this bad government, against this criminal organization, against these people who don't come take over government, as against the normal way where the people supposed give them power. May we support the people. If NLC don't come out, say that they go on strike, say they no agree pay their salary, say they no agree pay workers their allowances, may we support them, because some of us, our parents, our brothers, our sisters, follow for people where they work for government where they never pay. So why do we have a problem with it? If NLC was not doing the things that they were supposed to do in times past and they've decided to do it now, I think it is only proper that we give them the necessary support so that they can do it well. So my brother, Mr. Kanu, I've realized that as it is in Nigeria, except we are ready to hit the street, except we are ready to take back our country from these criminal organizations, we will not have any, we will not make any headway going forward. So I commend the NLC. In fact, I'm in support, and I call on all Nigerians to join the NLC on the streets. If they are making progress, if they are doing matches, join them on the streets. If they decide that it is just strike, they are not going to hit the street, there's no problem. But I really need the NLC and TUC to hit the street. We ordinary Nigerians, we also join them. Myself, I will join them and hit the street.
Time and opportunity actually comes but once. But yes, opportunity I know comes many times. I feel that this is the right time that all well-meaning Nigerians should join the NLC on a protest, not necessarily a strike, on a protest meant to take back Nigeria. So I want you to be able to hit that very point for our audience to really understand that opportunities do come and opportunities do leave when you don't take it. So I feel right now that it is the point that every citizen who is a well-meaning Nigerian should come out in the street, not just support the NLC and the TUC, but the bid and the whole aim will be to take back Nigeria.
Of course, Mr. Kanu, it is not far-fetched. The truth is, the strike action that we are seeing from NLC is supposed to be affecting every area of governance in Nigeria, not just strike, but protest, like I said. We cannot take this. We cannot have the government spending monies on cars, but the people cannot afford fuel to even put in their own keke napep and bicycle or motorcycle as it is. So the thing is, NLC has created that opportunity for people to recognize the possibility to go against this illegal government, to go against this illegal, corrupt, and fraudulent style of governance. We cannot have a government that do not care about the welfare of the people. How much is the minimum wage in Nigeria? Some of us have left these conversations. Have the minimum wage been increased? Cost of fuel has increased 650 naira. Cost of diesel have increased 1,300 naira. A kg of gas has increased. It is at about 1,200 or 1,300 depending on where you are buying from. all these things, a bag of rice is close to about 50,000 naira or thereabout. So things are increasing. Inflation rates, Mr. Kanu, as of last month was, according to the say even the statistics where MBS they give us, a lot of people are claiming that these statistics are wrong because they try to panabit the statistics for the people not to really know the true position of things. As of last month, they said that our inflation rate was at 26%, and by KPMG, by speculations, the inflation rate will hit 30 to 35% by December. So these are the realities. It means that what you are buying now will definitely have about 25% increase or 20% increase by December, or even up to 50% increase. It just depends on other market factors. So the truth be say, these things, that many things where people suppose use hit the street, and that's why they call on people. If NLC is doing it now, other people should join them. Nobody should be victimizing NLC for any reason. I hear people they talk saying that because of say they beat their chairman, and waiting make them go on strike. But the truth is that, are they paying them salary and they are on the streets? That is the major question. They are not paying these people salaries. They are not giving them allowances. You had Justice Datijo who came and said that a registrar of a court is collecting more salary than a chief justice of the Federal Republic of, or a justice of the Supreme Court in Nigeria. These are things that are unheard of. It is a shame to the kind of democracy, if at all we even practice democracy. So I call on every well-meaning Nigerian to hit the street. It's no longer funny. Are you waiting till you die of hunger? Are you waiting till you die of thirst? Are you waiting till you can no longer afford the necessities of life? A shelter over your head, a cloth for your nakedness, food for your bellies, and all of these things. It's actually unfortunate, Mr. Kanu. Go on social media, go on several platforms. Even when you go on the street, you see the rate at which people are beginning to beg on a daily basis. Look at the educational sector. What is happening there? Federal universities now pay over 100,000 naira school fees. This is an aberration. How can staff who collect 50,000 naira salaries pay over 100,000 naira for how many children who are trying to get university education in Nigeria? If this is not enough to hit the street, I wonder what is enough. Mr. Kanu, are you aware that why Bola Tinubu was in Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia turned down about 246 passengers from their country, denied them visa, denied them the access to enter into their country, while the acclaimed or selected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was in their country. They turned them back, who were boarded on airpeace, denied them entry into Saudi Arabia. That is wastage of funds, resources, the money, time, and everything. Is this not enough to hit the street? That we have been seen as a bad country because of the kind of leaders that we have. So it's actually a shame, and I really call on Nigerians to join the NLC. There should not be a reason for you to try to prove a point for them to hit the street and request for good governance from these people.
All right, that one of Saudi Arabia, I know saying that the second, I be the third visa ban when we don't get, they don't get the one of UAE, where be Dubai, and then come do all their language expose finish, the visa ban still there. Now, another one from Saudi Arabia, you can imagine ordinary Saudi Arabia, where people, they go pilgrimage, now then go give us visa ban. All the money where they don't spend finish. But that one, another story for another day. But for to conclude on this very particular one of NLC and TUC, I want to call all obedience worldwide, all well-meaning Nigeria. An opportunity has come once again. Our own, na talk will be. People will be say, as they there for street, we go there here, they talk our own. And not be saying with the incite violence, with the talk peaceful protests. And even if they talk saying they want to take it by force, yes, because they talk say now by force, they say snatch it, grab it, and run with it. But our own is coming to take Nigeria back. Maxwell, they talk about school, more of reaching out to the students where they're for Nigeria. They don't know why their school fees they up. And many people don't know. Tinubu don't enter to they collect money from these universities where they even fully fund. I'm talking about federal universities. They are now taxing them about 40% of their internally generated revenue. And many people don't know. That's why then all these people, all the professors were there for Nigeria, they don't tell federal government, say, even as they know if you protest and they know if you do anything, say they go push and go parents. And you know, say, not the only parents they deal with waiting they happen for our federal universities. Now students had earning, some people go do bricklayer work to pay their tuition and all of that. Now, Tinubu don't carry one law where they talk say a day before, come put them for inside federal university, say them go bring 40% of waiting then get. Anyway, I think maybe you understand this very something, make you really explain and to our people, make them understand.
The point here is that, Mr. Kanu, we have there is a need for government agencies, parastatals, to make a remittance to the federal government from their earnings so that government can continue to function. It's not only by payment of taxes. So, for instance, you have JAMB. When JAMB registers students and then they get money from it, there's a requirement for them to remit some of these funds to the federal government. Not only that, the National Immigration Service, a lot of these entities that are owned or controlled by the government.
You know, say maybe all the time I hold you, make I hold you for this one. Wait, you see,
no, Mr. Kanu, I come.
They were supposed to be fully funded by the federal government, but the federal government are not funding them, so they started internal generating revenue by themselves to cushion the effect of the hardship. But then they start telling them that money that are generating that is even helping them, they are now asking them to bring 40% of that back. If they want the money for them to remit the 40%, they should fully fund the universities. But they are not doing that. That is where I'm going, and how it impacts the ordinary citizens who are actually in those schools, the students.
Saying is not different. I was trying to lay a background for people to understand why it is required for institutions to make remittance to the federal government. I was going to come to what you just said now. The truth is, federal governments or federal institutions like this, which the federal government is supposed to be funding and the rest, the federal governments have removed their hand to a large extent and have stopped the funding. You would also know that some of these institutions have people who are under the payroll of the institution themselves. That is, they are not really being paid by the federal government. There are people who work in the university community that are not under direct employment of the federal government. So the institution makes these payments. But it does not take away the fact that there is an education budget that has been made. I don't know. I've not had the opportunity to look at the 2024 budget. Or the federal government, much does that professor need to spend in a day? He needs to do research. He needs to do lecturing. He needs to also what's it called? He needs to present papers. He needs to feed himself. He needs to buy clothes. How much? He needs to fuel his car. At the end of the day, how much is a university professor in Nigeria going home with? So the truth is that education in Nigeria is underfunded. With these expenses that the schools carry out, that they are still requiring, such institutions to be remitting 40%. If they are remitting 40%, what is the federal government giving back to these higher institutions? What are they giving back to them? So these are the realities. We don't need to only look at the fact that, they are supposed to be remitting. What is government giving back to these institutions? I graduated very recently from the University of Maiduguri, which is a government-owned institution. Mr. Kanu, you need to go there and see the kind of hostels that students live in. It is nothing to write home about. Poor health care. You go to the clinic in the school, there's hardly any drug for students to rely on. There is no water, there is no light in the university, but students pay over 50,000 naira for accommodation, 60,000, 70,000 naira for accommodation. In fact, students within themselves have seen it as an opportunity to now be selling hostels to themselves at exorbitant prices. Not only that, look at the classes where they receive lectures from. There is no proper PR system. In a class, excuse me please, in a class of over 200 students, the lecturer is not using any sound system. So he's speaking with his voice, and you need 200 students to hear him in a hall, listen to him, understand what he's lecturing, and write exams. This is a failure on the part of government. There is no proper facilities. The chairs in the classrooms are all dead. Nothing to write home about, Mr. Kanu. There is hardly any renovation that is going on in these institutions. So it's actually a shame on the federal government that they've left our educational system to wallow in such abandonment. And it's unfortunate. Not only the federal government, Mr. Kanu, because I'm not going to exonerate all these state governments from it. Excuse me, please. Take a look at some of these state government owned schools, because all of them follow for government. As we talk federal government, we need to talk state government. There's hardly anything these people are doing. There's no good road in the state. There's no proper healthcare. There's no water. There's nothing. The students who go to school don't have enough teachers. You see one teacher that teaches all the subjects. One teacher is teaching CRS and teaching IRS. It happens in Nigeria, Mr. Kanu. A single teacher is teaching English language and teaching French language. It's a shame. It's a shame. So we need to do something about it.
Okay, thank you very much. So our people, as soon as they hear us, we want to move to another area. But before we go away again, I want to say the opportunities are here. Make you no come for my comment section, begin the talk, say opportunity no day. Opportunity presents itself. No be when school fees go begin hit you, now that time you go one go street. Now where other people won't go street, make you join them go for the street. Make you go take your country back. Now that one where we they talk now. So make you go for comment section, talk waiting how you take they pay you and how you want take participate. Our comment section there open, make you no fail to like. Then make we enter the other one where we say P2B resilience. We know say na rock na it be. Our P2B na rock. Because during the February presidential election, we dey hear from PDP, we dey hear other people talk say, no, he never learn any lesson and this very one. Now, them be the people where they open their mouth now, they talk say they have never seen this kind of rigging before in their life. That one, now in quote, Dino Melaye. He talk say, he never, say na the lesson of in life, na the first time in life for Arise TV interview. He do for channels, he do for this thing. But what make una hear how him take talk am, because when they insult our own P2B, His Excellency, the lesson where one teacher. Anyway, make I no carry much upon. Make we hear waiting in talk, then we'll come back, make we come talk, say that lesson. You don't begin the learn am now from Kogi. And we go bring on a plenty things where come up from IREV from that same Kogi. Let's take a listen to Dino first.
I ran for the Senate for the first time. I won with about 90-something thousand votes from the West Senatorial District. When I ran the second time, I won with 60-something thousand votes in the West Senatorial District. Then you are now saying in the entire state, I won with 46,000 votes. I mean, INEC is oozing. INEC is a shame. And we have children. They forget that there's a God factor in the affairs of men. We will make sure Mahmoud Yakubu and his co-travelers suffer and they get the reaction of Nigerians on this. We will use every legitimate means.
Well, to be fair,
every legitimate means.
To be fair to what you're saying,
yes.
And we obviously don't take any sides. I mean, until there is a clear, demonstrable court-related evidence.
My brother, I'm showing you documents
I
from
understand
INEC.
that.
Documents don't
but
lie.
obviously, these things have to be verified in a court of law.
You can go to INEC portals and speak with you.
What I'm trying to say is that what you're saying tallies with what the situation room, the civil society situation room that objectively monitors
elections, because the truth has no volume.
Has been
you can't
saying,
reduce it, you can't increase it.
But I can't comment on that because obviously that would have to be. But surely this is a classic issue for the new government of Bola Tinubu.
My brother, before now, I've seen different style of rigging. I've seen digital.
Well, you must have. I mean, you're a politician, so you're just as,
if you allow me to express this
guilty,
point,
aren't you?
I've seen digital rigging. I've seen snatching of ballot papers. I've seen inflation of results.
Have you taken part in any of them?
I've never in my life seen this pattern that was used in Kogi State. It's legendary.
Yeah, but have you taken part? Have
it's institutional.
Yeah, this one obviously, if it in fact it is the case, I mean, was so. You seem surprised.
Surprisingly done. I never imagined that it could be done.
But what I'm wondering is that have you done any measure of what you're talking about? You say you've seen ballot boxes snatched, because I mean it's a matter of who outrigs the other person.
I'm saying in the past. I'm saying that comparative analysis with the past. I've seen different types of rigging.
Right.
But this brazen daylight robbery, I've never seen it before. And INEC demonstrated that they are co-travelers with APC in this business. The speed with which they accepted all the concocted results, all the handwritten, results written even before accreditation, with all the mutilations I have shown you, reducing votes of PDP openly and increasing that of APC, and people voting above accreditation, people even voting above, results of votes shown is more than PVC collected. I've never seen this type before. And it is appalling, and we know that the God Almighty that we serve will punish Mahmoud Yakubu. He will not go free. We are going to organize protests anywhere we see him. We are writing letters to all international communities, all embassies. Everybody must know that he is a fraud. INEC is a fraud, and we will not allow it. In an unjust society, silence is a crime.
No be small para from Dino Melaye. The way they even sweet me now because of all the things where they talk when we they do general election, presidential election. He talks happy to be na learning. Now you don't learn the thing where you want teach Peter Obi. Now in the learn when I don't hear that. And Maxwell coming to you now, you hear waiting at the para where Dino the para. But I go give you make you for react to this thing. Then make I for open IRF portal. You go see the wonders of Mahmoud Yakubu in IRF portal. I go show you even the accreditation for the same polling unit, double accreditation where they IRF. But react to Dino where they para for here first. He won't teach Peter Obi how to run for election and win the election. Let's hear your take on this.
Mr. Kanu, you see, this is just to show you that this is a proof to all the many people that have been saying that Peter Obi for no commot for PDP. So if to say you no commot, him and Atiku for win the election. All those people where they thought say Labour Party for join PDP or PDP for join Labour Party, they for win the election. The APC is a criminal organization that have perfected the art of rigging. See, for Dino Melaye, I know this surprise. You see, when you are in an adversarial party, it pain Dino Melaye and many other PDP people say Peter will be common for PDP. You understand? So I know this surprise. Say that time they criticize Peter Obi and all of that, but they should have realized that their major fight is against the criminal organization called the All Progressive Congress. Those were the real enemies. But they channeled all their fight, all their energy prior to the elections at Peter Obi and the Labour Party and the obedience movement. It is actually unfortunate. So, in top say in just they see this one for the first time. I beg, if una get access to Dino, make una tell and say, as he be now, APC don't already go learn another new rigging system for the next election. These people are not ready to give Nigerians a free, fair, and credible election. So the PDP were jokers. They were just joking when they were saying that if Peter Obi, why do you even need Peter Obi to win elections in the first place? As a People's Democratic Party, a ruling part that ruled for 16 years. So we've seen that Peter Obi stood upright. He led a people, an organized, a legitimate, and an organic movement where people legitimately voted for him, and these votes were manipulated, they were voided, they were suppressed, any word you can use. So Dino Melaye is just getting a piece. This is just a tip of the iceberg. What Peter Obi seeing, this one is small, I know, but we must be truthful to ourselves, Mr. Kanu. This is brazen. In daylight, INEC officials wrote results before they came to polling units. INEC officials. And some people are telling us that let us not blame Yakubu Mahmoud, that let us blame the officials. And I'm asking Mr. Kanu, has Yakubu Mahmoud arrested any of his officials who taken them to court and prosecuted them? Is there anyone? So as far as they have failed to do this, it means that they are part of the mess, they are part of the rigging. In the same thing, Mr. Kanu, if I get company, I employ 5 staff, and inside this my 5 staff, 4 of them go thief person property. Or no, 4 of them decide to manipulate things inside my office. When customer come, they go manipulate the customer things and all of that. And I refuse to take them to court. What in that one show you? And I refuse to sack them. What in that one go tell you? It means say me, will be the owner of the organization, say my hand inside. So Yakubu Mahmoud is a fraudulent person that have given us a fraudulent election. It has never, in fact, Yakubu Mahmoud has surpassed the grade level of Maurice Iwu. I'm telling you, Mr. Kanu. So this is a flawed election. The election in February 25th, the election in March, the state election, and these off-cycle elections, they are all a fraudulent election. Yakubu Mahmoud should not be walking freely in Nigeria. He should be arrested and prosecuted for this. 300 billion sent into the dustbin for upload. And absolutely not. Are you also aware, Mr. Kanu, say they don't manipulate the figures now? I don't know whether you don't see them. Say today
I want to show you IREV. Make our people see say IREV.
I bet show everybody make them see them.
Now playground the be. Make we show for that same Kogi State, since we there for that side. Make we show this LGA school where they for Eyindudu 3. We go see that word na Ekara Woro Idomba Yere. Make una no verse if I no pronounce am well for Adabi local government area. Now, what I want make una show, they create the first thing for that election. There will be 11th of November on Saturday. They created it. Then they what do they call the accreditation that was done on that same day, 11th, by 9/16. 9/16. The accredited voters in that place, as you can see on the screen, is 210 accredited voter. This same place. Now look at the other side of it. You will see 13th, which is yesterday. Now it means on Saturday they have accredited voters on that same place for 210. That is on Saturday that they are holding the election. Then yesterday they now had another accreditation. The same INEC, 441. When I never see anything, no. Make we bring this same place now. Waiting there into IREV. Waiting IREV bring for that form. From whether na EC8, waiting then they call them EC8A. When I go see that same place, accredited voters where they there now 1,001. Now for the same IREV. IREV don't become playground. Playground. When you say anything will happen. That's why they talk say, for this even the same quantity, now I go tell you say na written them just right throw one put inside the IRF. Make on go check. This one yesterday and then throw and put there. Fully written. But they don't already announce the result. Oh. They don't already sack Dino. Sack the person carry and give Ododo the person, the man will be woman. But make on see him. This one now for IRF. If on a doubt, Make una go IREV, make una go see am. No be we go carry and come now from IREV. Make we check another accreditation again. Make una see this accreditation. If you see for the one where dem do for Saturday, una go see say na 240 accredited voters. Everything there for the screen, and this one now from IREV they come out. Make una know that is for Saturday. Then go don delete and come out, but we dey work night and day. So today now we don't check them again. Then don't remove. Then don't bring the one of. Then don't create another one yesterday. Then come give accredited voters for their 758 playground. These people the kind works where they for INEC. Then they talk about the millions where then they give them as bribe and those one. You know they shake their body again. So this one why they talk say the opportunity they now for well-meaning Nigerians if they want to take back their country. That one na their own. Now the same IREV we spend billions of money give them. Then talk say go they see them for real time. Okay, make we even look the one where come out again for this very one. Make una see them the same Kogi Adavi. Now see waiting the accredited voters 760. So this thing just they don't even tire us to they talk about this thing because everybody don't know say INEC is a rogue a company I've been waiting in the column. It's too appalling. But I am calling all well-meaning Nigerians. Now that NLC is embarking, I don't call it strike, I they call them protests. I know why I know they call them strike. Make una take this opportunity where they. I don't know the time where another opportunity go come again. Make una stand. Now protest be and no be batting for citizens to protest. That one na my so Maxwell, our time no dey too much. Don't they give us signal. So make you react to wetin dey happen to IREV now. As you know, na playground for APC and na INEC. Just going to court is a waste. I dey hear Achonu from Imo State talk say one go court. Maybe get money where in one waste because dem don already plan how dem go eat the money. Both the lawyers where they there, both the judges where they there, dem don already plan. Then they wait for am. And the people wey be say dem there for Kogi where they won't go court, I just dey pity them because then they wait for their money. That's why then they send them go court. But make you react to these things where they come out from the IREV.
Okay, Mr. Kanu. You see, I don't take my time think through this entire electioneering process. I don't take my time look at the levels of criminalities to know who they really do the crime for election, who they really do the manipulation. Because when things like this happen sometimes, we go hear people like Yakubu Mahmoud go come out, come talk, say any INEC staff will do anything, this one, that one, say they go punish them. But we know they see any punishment. But another question where we really need to ask be say, who they do this manipulation? Now, just people waiting for polling unit, they do them. But the thing be seen a lie. I want to ask you, Mr. Kanu, this IREV where you they show us now, they show us the manipulation. Now, the person where go polling unit, go be presiding officer. Now, him, they manipulate IREV. Now, him, they for there, they control IREV from the back end. The answer is no. The control to INEC's portal, the control to INEC's IREV portal, the back end server, the system, collation system, are all within the confines of INEC. They have experts that are manned to control these things. So not be the person waiting for polling you, not be the person who even come bring beavers come to call accredit people, they control them. So it means say, after they give those people written results where they will carry go polling units, INEC still get people for their server house, where they go behind the channel, behind the IREV, go they make all these changes where you see. Because what is expected is that the beavers machine automatically sends its data, number of accredited voters, to the IREV and to the collation system. So if you don't automatically send them, it means waiting the presiding officer don't write for that paper, now waiting you see for beavers. No be so. So if after election, he say for beavers, now 200 people, the beavers accredit.
he go write am for the result she say na 200. It means say the beavers go also automatically send that same 200 to IREV. But how come we dey see 200 for result paper, we dey see 250 for beavers, and we dey see 300 for IREV? It shows that INEC is properly in a coordinated criminal association with these political parties to continue to give us a fraudulent election. They derive pleasure in playing with the future and ambitions of well-meaning Nigerians by manipulating elections, manipulating results, and issuing returning certificates to unworthy people, people who did not win elections legitimately. And except we wake up to our reality and fight against this menace, then we may not as well not be ready to take back Nigeria, Mr. Kanu. Because as it be now, imagine this thing, and you know, Mr. Kanu, all this thing whole day they talk, now just be say we they talk. Oh. From the judgment of the Supreme Court, where Inyango Korodo already give us, Justice Samani, Aruna Samani, the judgment where they don't give us from court, they say, this area where we they talk about, where they show us say manipulations they, it no they acceptable for court. So it means say even if Kogi this one go court, the court no go accept them as evidence. Even if Atana Chonu carry this one go court, the court no go accept them as evidence. It means say even if the man who dance, Eradiri who dance for Bayelsa State carry this one go court, court no go accept them because they say they no care about IREV, even though we spend over 300 billion naira to put them up there. So these are the brazen corruption we are seeing in Nigeria, and it's affecting us as a people. It is affecting the kind of leaders we put up there. It is affecting the quality of leadership that we get. It is affecting the quality of governance that we get. And it's unfortunate. I'm calling on Nigerians to reject these kinds of election, to reject the person of Mahmoud Yakubu. Mr. Kanu, I talk this thing now. It wasn't possible for Mahmoud Yakubu to give us that kind of election in February and in March. We will be foolish. We will be stupid. We will be insane to be expecting Mahmoud Yakubu to give us a better election in Imo, Bayelsa, and Kogi State. It is not possible. Ex nihilo nihil fit. You cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stand. It will collapse. What we are trying to do is try to put an electoral process, a democratic operation, on nothing. We are trying to put a legal process on criminality. We are trying to put a legal process on manipulation. We are trying to put a legal process on corruption. It cannot stand. It will definitely collapse. And that is why our electoral cycle has totally collapsed in Nigeria. There is no redemption except to get these people out of this place of power and put the right people there. So, Mr. Kanu, we need to wake up to our reality and actually win back our country by ourselves. They've snatched it, they've grabbed it, and they've run away with it. As a people, we need to run after them, snatch it from them, grab it from them, and bring it back to us. Because truly, the government is a government, should be a government of the people, by the people, and for the people.
Thank you, Maxwell. Thank you very much for joining us. And as you talk, you don't already reach out to the citizens everywhere where they and well-meaning Nigerians and obedience to know, say, opportunities, then they talk, say, they come but once. It don't come for us many times. Let us take our country back. Let's join NLC and take back our country. That's what we need to do. So I thank you. As you want waka now, make we come back to studio. As we come back to studio, Esther, I see where Miss tweet where be say them put for here. I go one make I for read them. Yes, where me on tweet said the unintelligent rigging by APC in Kogi State governorship election held Saturday, November 11th. She said, I have heard of several methods of election riggings in the past, but the methods applied in Saturday's governorship election in most part of Kogi Central Senatorial District is unprecedented, demonstrating their level of intellectual deficiencies, crudity, and the disregard for the electoral laws. He said, let me give you an example. For my polling unit, Shaibu Otida, at the end of the voting exercise, the votes cast were counted and APC had 147 votes, while PDP had 40 votes. To enter these result figures on the result sheet became the problem. As we insisted that the results must be entered into the result sheet, their killer squad thugs chased us off and took the INEC officials and their materials away to the World Collation Center, with the police watching and even assisting them. Our agents and a few others regrouped and went after them to the collation center. On getting there, they were disallowed entrance and filled in whatever they like on the result sheet. That night, we saw on the INEC website that the result crooked for our polling unit reads APC has 472 votes, while PDP has 3 votes, totaling 475 votes. On checking the Beaver's content on the net, the total accredited votes is found to be 187, tallying with the total of the original votes counted on the spot at the polling unit. How can the number of accredited votes be 187 and the total of votes cast be 475 as contained in their fake result sheet? This is what they did in most polling units in Kogi Central today, as our continued checks on the net revealed. How can these types of fake results stand the test of time? An effective and efficient INEC will cross-check these anomalies before announcing the overall results. Otherwise, the tribunal and courts will judge against this odds letter. Then she said below are the purported result sheets and the snapshot of the original cast. Well, that one, and if you go check out the Wayemi's tweet on X to get the details and the reaction of other obedience for that place, because our time they give us signal. So coming back to studio, Esther, she say your mouth they do muy things. So make you for attend to all these things where we say we there, because we have to treat our guests where we say they for Zoom, so that we'll deal with and then we'll come back to studio. So make you they react to them, because she say your mouth they do muy things.
Okay, now may I can even start with the one of APC, Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa rigging. Almost even Dino talk and say all in line saying they see rigging, but this one, in fact, this one are next level. This one are rigging to the next level. Now in fact the rigging is out of it. The courage, the confidence, and the boldness and everything. We saw what happened. Both the people they were caught with already prepared result sheet. Both the ones that were caught with cash in the polling unit, meaning that something fishy, monkey hand don't enter inside pot of soup. Now even the way they did it, from the vote from the IREF that we saw, the accredited voters that they got on the polling unit that day was, in fact, the one they released as of yesterday was double times 2 of the one they got previously. Now, according to even waiting we and me talk, in fact, she just murdered everything. She murdered everything. INEC has become a very rotten system. The corruption in INEC is it don't enter another level.
But going back to what Dino Melaye was actually hitting out at the different station that he went yesterday and today, I want us to even take a listen to what Aisha Yusuf had to share about the lessons that they are actually learning now, that they thought they are teaching P2B as at that time. Let's take a listen to what our own comrade Aisha had to say about the lessons that they intended to teach P2B.
You know, they say there's something about grace. When grace is upon someone, you don't fight the person. Even when you fight the person, whatever you use against that person, it sort of like turns to like an advantage to that person in a way. And during the 2023 election, a lot of tribal, religious sentiments, bigotry were whipped up against Peter Obi. and all sorts of things. People say, oh, they can't vote for him because he's Igbo is this, or Christians are this, or whatever it is that they wanted to use. They really whipped up, the politicians really used that. But now you see people more and more again and again, people who are coming out to speak, to talk, and like, oh, they regret certain things, or oh, this could not be this way or that way. There's this video that have been going around. It's been in Yoruba, so I don't understand Yoruba, so I really couldn't. But I knew from the tweets that I saw where people were saying that I think it's a trader who was lamenting. But someone put out a message, just like a little bit of brief of what she was saying, which is to say, she said, fish trader lamenting the economic hardship. She said, government, help us. You asked us to vote for you. We voted for you and you are making us suffer. Goods are now too expensive. We cannot go out. We cannot eat. We cannot send our children to school. Please help us. Then she now said, you should have allowed the Igbo man. If Igbo had entered, it wouldn't be like this. You said it's Yoruba term, that it's your term. Now you are not doing anything. Funny, right? Hey, that thing that they do, thinking that they do you, it will turn out to be something that is of advantage to you with grace. Anything with God there, anything is possible. Don't joke with grace. So they thought they were doing Peter Obi. Anyway, we will see. Should they say it, they will show Peter Obi. Peter Obi will suffer. Peter Obi will do this. As I say now, Peter Obi is even busy going around doing donation to places and doing all of that. Hey, everybody go hear more for body. That's me right now. I don't get pity for anybody. May we hear her. Because you get some suffer, we say person supposed to suffer. And when you don't suffer, you go reset your brain. Guys, sometimes if you never suffer the suffer, your brain know they reset. You go they always they feel say this one, that one. Let's continue to see. No be here. All of us go hear her now. Nobody is exempted. All of us go hear them.
Our brain don't reset enough. Our mumu don't do. Make we know say everybody where they street they feel the blunt. We know say everybody they hit everybody. Hunger dey Naija, but some people they sign budgets they enter. Anyone will consign how to get money then go sign enter. Let's take a listen to what our own Oluchi General, the dynasty as she take put her. Make we see how she take even explain give us how then they sign the one where they interested to them. Let's take a listen from her. Credits to Oluchi General.
This is the health budget.
Thank you. $5 billion is a lot. Nigerians don't get sick that often, and when they do, they take care of themselves.
I believe the budget covers bed, syringes, and materials that government needs to provide for the hospital.
What happened to the old beds? What happened to the old materials that we paid for? Didn't we approve budgets 4 years ago? Those beds should still work. I'm sorry, I can't sign this thing off, and I will only approve 2 billion naira for them. And I need to know which hospitals these items are being sent to. And what do they do with the money that we've been approving all this while anyway? Please get Antonia on the phone. I need more clarification on this. I cannot sign this, I beg. Thank you. Take it away.
Well, on page 2, there is an education budget that needs to be signed, and it's 12 billion naira.
What? Stephen, this is too early for me. Now I'm having headache. What is all this? This is just Monday morning. Why are you piling all these unnecessary documents in front of me? Are you people still taking education seriously in this country? That's a lot of money to waste on education. Please give me the presidential 400 SUV budget. I need a new car myself. That one will be quicker to approve. Take this one away.
Okay, I think I have the presidential one on right here.
This is what you should have put in front than showing me all this nonsense, old, redundant budgets. Do you know how much we stand to gain from approving these budgets quickly? I am signing it already. Please hand me the private yacht bill. That one is also important. Quickly, I don't have all day. I heard he's already in the country. The president is a very interesting man. Every country has a private yacht. So I see no crime if Nigeria gets one. Living a life of luxury is not a crime, right? And then it's a blessing. So don't listen to all these people trying to corrupt your mind about being poor.
Yes, man. Even Russia's, they have 3.
I know. You're right. They had, even Saudi Arabia, I heard that they bought 6 the other time. Even Kim Jong-un has like 3 of them. He actually takes them whenever he travels overseas. So why should we not? This is the first time we're buying one. So it's not a problem.
But, man, don't you think the education budget should be a priority? And also, the people are suffering right now. Currently, it's very hard and difficult in the country, even for poor families, to be able to feed themselves 3 times a day. Don't you think we need to focus more on the people?
It is not your duty to worry about these bills. It is not your duty to question presidential bills. Whatever the president wants, that's what he should get. This was the agreement. The country will be fine, including the poor that you're so worried about. They should tighten their belts because we are still working out something that is going to, solve all their problems. Maybe in 4 years' time, they will start seeing some change and, something good in the administration. So it's too early to complain. We just started this administration. What is all this? For now, let's buy a yacht, an SUV for National Assembly, and even for the First Lady. She wants some cars too. So please always put the presidential bills in front before you come up with these education things that you like talking about. Did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Please take this away. And
thank you, ma'am.
Please call Michael to get the car ready. I have an appointment.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Oluchi. Thank you. Say no to corruption as in the talk, but hunger don't hold Nigeria everywhere. Time don't give us signal, but before I carry my give our own Esther, I go say like, share, and subscribe. Make other people know say it is time to take back Nigeria. It is not too late. Hope day.
Well, my people, the earlier we rise up and challenge this criminal corrupt system, the better for us, because if we don't do, our democracy will be totally destroyed. Now, that is why I am standing so much with the NLC, with the TUC. They should enforce they should not even go back on the strike, even though the federal government has called them to accept court order not to embark on the strike. But even the courts, they even enforce order in the first place. So let them continue with the strike. Let them hold on to the strike. Together we can achieve this new and better Nigeria we are all looking for. My people, hope still there. Do not lose hope. The earlier we rise up and take back our country, the better. So that this criminal and corrupt systems will not have any place again in the next generation. Like, share, and subscribe. My people will say like, share, and subscribe so that other people go here say, see wetin dey happen. Thank you for watching us today. Bye. We love you.